Welcome into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. I'm David Simpson. We're on the field of Bill Morris Stadium as the Blue Devils prepare for their big reaching game, the Battle of the Bridge against Leeds this Friday night at 7 p.m. But first, we're going to talk to Coach Ganus now about the big road win at Center Point. And Coach, first time Moody's ever beat Center Point. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it was big. We knew going over there that they're a really good football team, and especially offensively, they've got athletes that can score every time they touch it. And I thought our defense did a really good job of limiting them, especially in the run game. If you factor in sacks and some negative plays they ended up running for about 19 yards on 30 carries, which is pretty stout.
It is stout.
Less than a yard per carry. So I was really proud of our defense. And then offensively, that was the first game we didn't punt. And so
that's true.
So really, that's a big stat. Yeah, we had 3 turnovers, which were definitely the low point on offense. But besides that, moved the ball pretty good, and just overall really proud of the guys for handling that week. Any distractions, the different environment. I thought we did a really good job of that.
I know on the offense, Charlie had another great night. I know he had those 3 interceptions, but he was 12 of 18 for 271 yards and 4 TDs. But Josiah Dozier, 6 catches for 178 and 2 TDs.
Yeah.
So did they show you anything different defensively? It looks like they were kind of trying to limit the run.
Yep.
But I guess they didn't realize you had some athletes at the wide receiver and at quarterback.
It's pretty common. I know we've talked about it on here before. A lot of defense coordinators, it's hard, and I'm a defensive guy, so I get it. But it's hard to say, we're just going to let this team run it at us, So we're going to load up the box and try to make them, throw it on the perimeter, throw it downfield. And, it's very similar to Lena, where Charlie had a huge night statistically, and we were able to, score and win that game as well. But, I feel really good with where we're at offensively, being able to throw the ball and run the ball. We haven't got the bus and the beast. Is that what we call them?
That's what we call them.
I like that. So we hadn't got the bus and the beast really going, but that's just part of the game plan. It's an adapt and overcome kind of thing on offense. And, you'll play really good teams where they're good at both, so you got to do both. And you'll play teams where they're going to sell out to do this, and you got to do the opposite. So, I was really proud of that. And again, if that's what defense is going to give us and say, hey, we're not going to let them run the ball, then we're going to have to find success through the air.
Talk about your defense. I know they gave up a TD late. It looks like you put your ones back. Maybe they've been in there the whole game. I know you were subbing a lot late. I know it's a pride thing, try to not give up a touchdown. Mm-hmm. But defensively, by max preps, and I know they don't take off or anything, but they only had 57 yards rushing and 100 yards passing.
That's
so
right.
That's
right. That's the accurate rushing yards.
That is still
that's
against
without,
that offense who is athletic and fast. Man, kudos to you, to your coaching staff.
Yeah, they did a great job. Kids did a great job, and they did. That was right. That was without the sacks, the negative plays. They ran for about 2 yards a carry, and so really proud of the defense. The running back was really good. He was bigger in person than I thought. The quarterback was back. He had been out for 2 weeks, and he was a difference maker because they were able to use number 4 in different ways. And so, just proud of the guys. And I thought, obviously, defensively has been a strong point for us. And right now in 5A, we're giving up 4 points a game and scoring 40. So we're just going to try to keep that trend going.
Well, Coach, congratulations on that win. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the big game, Battle of the Bridge, this Friday night. Joining me after Coach Ganus, we're going to have Braden Wright and Brody McCutcheon. We're going to talk to them also on the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show, and joining me now is senior wide receiver Braden Wright. Braden, glad to see you're back. Great win Friday night at Center Point.
Yes, sir.
Can you kind of let's talk about the injury a little bit.
Yes, sir.
When it happened and your rehab, and when they gave you the green light, you knew you were going to come back.
Yes, sir. So it happened against Oxford. My first instinct when it happened was I thought my shoulder just popped out of place. And I got to the sideline and it was like, no, you broke your collarbone. But it was a bummer, obviously, because it's my senior season.
Yeah.
But then I just had the determination. I was like, I'm not going to let this be my last game of my senior year. And I went to rehab 2 times a week and then started going 3 times a week. and my recovery from there just went through the roof.
Now, you had surgery, right?
Yes, sir, I did. I had it about 20 days ago.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Remarkable.
Yes, sir.
So I know I talked to Coach Ganus before the game.
Yes, sir.
He said you were going to be limited.
Yes, sir.
But you had 2 catches for 20 yards and 1 TD.
Yes, sir.
And he put you back there
Yes, sir.
Was you nervous anything about,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
First
getting
game
hit
back.
and all that?
Oh, not getting hit. It was just that first game jitters back. It's been a while since I played in the game, obviously. But I wasn't nervous getting hit because, in my opinion, if I played scared, it was going to happen again. So I just can't play scared.
Yeah, well, this week, you had a great game.
Yes, sir.
This week, big Battle of the Bridge game, big
Yes,
reaching game. Thought about Leeds.
I mean, yeah, they're a great team, but we just got to keep it about ourselves. Can't think we're going to go in here and blow them out because it's going to be a 4-quarter game.
Gotcha. Well, it's going to be a big crowd here.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it. Couple off some 5 fun questions. I think they're fun questions.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
Probably history.
History? Who's
Yes,
the
sir.
teacher?
Coach Kelly.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Favorite music or artist?
I like to listen to a lot of rap, but before games, I like to listen to music that will calm my mind to get me off of things. When it gets closer to game time, I'll listen to some rap. Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your favorite food?
Probably chicken.
Chicken wings or fried
Chicken
chicken
wings.
or boneless or
Boneless.
the traditional?
Boneless.
I hear you. I'm a boneless guy too.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Probably the first time ever playing football when I was younger. I was scared at first when I was younger because I was a baseball kid growing up. I didn't know I just started playing football not too long ago. I was a baseball kid and I was just like, hey, let's just give football a shot.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. Played it ever since.
That's great. So when has any colleges looked at you?
Just a little bit, but you got to play for Moody first before you go play college
There you
ball.
go. There you go. Like that answer.
Yes, sir.
So what's the plans for the future when football's over and school's over? What's Braden going to do with his life?
I'm looking into criminal justice right now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's a great field.
Yes, sir.
Well, Braden, we're looking forward to Friday night. We're praying for a injury-free rest of the season because we got a couple of big games left, and then
Yes,
we
sir.
got the first round of the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, we should qualify for that, but
Yes,
you
sir.
never know. But again, good luck this Friday night against Leeds.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome back into the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Joining me now, senior defensive back Brody McCutcheon. Brody, big win on the road Friday night at Center
Yes, sir.
Point. Thoughts of the game?
I thought it was a great game overall. We had a good game plan going into the week, and we know that there's going to try to be a little bit of hype going into the game. They're going to be who they were, but we just had to focus on what we would do and be who we are. And it was a win, but we could have got a lot better. It wasn't really a standard win, so it didn't leave that same kind of taste that you get when you really dominate an opponent. I think we physically beat them, but we had so many errors. Stuff we can clean up to help us win a state championship.
I guess you didn't like giving up that touchdown late.
No, sir. It was our first one giving it to a 5A team, so it was kind of a blow. But nonetheless, we still give up 6 points. So we just got to stay on track for that and just play our ball.
So you're more of a safety in the defense.
Well, I kind of do. I'll play in the middle sometimes, play some overhang Friday night. I just play where I'm needed. But I guess you could say I'm kind of like a strong safety.
Are you making any kind of defensive adjustments to the linebacker or any of the team?
Yes, sir.
being
So
back
that's
there?
probably what I do the most is that's my main job is getting everybody lined up, getting the checks in, and recognizing stuff. I really pride myself in watching a lot of tape and trying to
That's good.
know what they're going to do before it happens. So I like to talk to Coach Cromer, Coach Balls, and kind of get what's going on. So we kind of, even though they're in the box, they'll signal stuff down to TD and let me know, and it just helps us have an advantage.
So on the year, you've got 47 total tackles on the year. So that's not bad for a guy that's really behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir.
So big game this Friday night. I know this is your first Battle of the Bridge game over
Yes,
here. Going to be a lot of people. Thoughts about the game Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not from here, but I've played Leeds 2 years prior before. And
Okay.
Leeds always has a good team. They're well coached. I don't have anything but good things to say about them. Connor's a guy that I kind of know. I've seen him at camps and stuff, so he's
Yeah.
a good player. But, I think we've got 11 good players on defense and more than that to play. So I just think it's the important thing about this week is not focus on them or what they do, just focus on us. It's just another week. Every week's a big week because Moody's playing. So as long as we're out here, it don't matter if there's fans or no fans, but I know there's going to be a lot of people. But, as long as we're on the field playing, then it's a big game for us.
Yeah. Couple of 5 fun questions for you. What's your favorite class here at Moody High School?
Probably economics with Coach Kelly.
Coach Kelly, okay. Favorite music or artist?
I like all music really. I listen to about everything.
You listen to some classic rock?
Oh, everything, man. You name it.
There you go. What's your favorite food?
Waffle House, All-Star Special.
All-Star. Smothered and covered?
No, I get hash browns normal, but scrambled eggs, chocolate chips on the waffle. After a game, I'll double the waffle, so I'll get 2 waffles, and then you got to go.
You need to have more protein there.
Sausage for the meat. Sausage for the meat. So there's the protein.
I'm a Waffle House guy, too. All right, what's your favorite childhood memory?
Favorite childhood memory? Probably, I got to say my first tackle. Playing football, 6th grade, first tackle.
That's okay. That's a good answer. What's the plans for the future? Is any colleges kind of looking at you for go to the next level?
Yes, sir.
If not, what's plans for college? And then when it's all said and done, what's Brody going to do?
Yes, sir. So I talk to a lot of coaches throughout the week. That's kind of one thing that you got to not get too lost in is focus on playing here first before you're playing at the next level. Be where your feet are. But yeah, I'm going to go play college wherever that may be. Wherever I decide at the end of the day to play, and then after I graduate college, I'm going to coach. So
there you go.
See where it takes me.
All right, Brody. Well, looking forward to Friday night, praying for a good, healthy, safe game.
Yes, sir.
And rest of the year, we got a lot of games ahead for the Blue Devils, and we appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Stay with us as we talk to Coach Ganus about the big Battle of the Bridge game coming up this Friday night here at the Bill. Welcome back to the Coach Jake Ganus Show. Coach, Friday night, finally going to have a home game after so long, but it's the Battle of the Bridge, and Leeds they're 6-1, they're 4-0 in the region. They've got some athletes, and they're led by, he's just a all-around athlete, Connor Nelson.
Yep.
What's your thoughts on Leeds?
Yeah, obviously, really, really good football team. They have been for a long time, and Coach Hood is a really good coach, and he's got a great staff with him, and their kids play hard. It does, everything runs through Connor, and offensively they're putting up some huge numbers this year and doing a lot of different things, and he's just a playmaker. He's very similar to Caleb Goff for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Caleb Goff is just a football player, and so they do a really good job of getting him, obviously running the ball, but he's throwing it and getting the ball to Gator and some other kids, ZJ, and they just do a really good job spreading it out. And then defensively, they're just sound. They lost a lot of production up front on the D-line, but they're making up for it by just being schematically better than a lot of people and just making you drive the field. They don't give up a lot of one-hitters. They do a really good job in the back end of making you earn it. And so, it's another week for us. We'll have our hands full, but really excited for the challenge.
So this week, I know the kids know what lies ahead. How do you try to, during practice, not peak early and try to peak at game time? Do you try to keep it low key and just focus on you guys and just say it's just another opponent, even though they know what lies ahead?
Right. No, and that's it. Like it's, my kids are really smart, and the good thing about this group is they're really mature. So I don't think I have to just hide the fact of what the game is. This game, these are facts. This game has decided the region championship 2 years in a row, right?
Yes.
It's going to be a 3rd year in a row, and so it will be the biggest crowd this year. 2 years ago was the biggest crowd in school history, so could be around there. So like those are factors that I can't control that my kids are going to know about. But for us, you nailed it. Just treating it like a normal week. We're not going to do anything special. Not going to practice longer, shorter. Just going to be the same, and just trying to make it about ourselves, because they're going to be doing the same thing, and their kids are going to have the same struggles with looking to Friday night at 7 o'clock as ours are. But the team that can have the most normal week and that can stay locked in and just worry about themselves will probably have the most success on Friday.
Well, Coach, I know you're busy. You got a big week ahead of you, and we thank you for your time
Absolutely.
Today. All right, Moody Blue Devil family, this is the challenge. If you live in Moody, we need you here Friday night, 7 p.m. at the Bill. Gates will open about 5:30. Don't worry about parking. We'll find a place for you. And that's to our Leeds folks as well. I know some of them already said they're worried about parking. Come on over. It's going to be a great night of football. The weather's going to be perfect for Friday night football. So we want to see all the Moody people here Friday night, 7 p.m. at the Bill. Go Blue Devils.